Imagine you've worked hard your whole life. You played by the rules. You wore the badge. You protected others. And still, after everything, your skin color walks into the room 5 seconds before you do. That's the truth for Jamal King, a 32-year-old African-American FBI analyst from Atlanta. And on one warm summer night, that truth came crashing down on him, right outside a neighborhood store he'd been visiting for years. It was just past midnight. The glow of buzzing fluorescent lights hung over the parking lot like a warning sign. Jamal had just finished a grueling 14-hour shift in field intel. He wasn't in a suit and tie, just a black man in sweats, grabbing a bottle of water and a protein bar. He exhaled deeply as he walked out, rubbing his temple. He had just closed a joint case with local police, one that had involved deep cooperation. But tonight there was no badge on display, no briefing. No one knew who he was. To the wrong set of eyes, he was just another suspicious black man. That's when Detective Ryan Caldwell pulled into the lot, tall, aggressive, chest puffed, eyes scanning. Detective Caldwell suspicious. "Hey, you loitering." Jamal surprised calm. "I just came out the store, man. I live a few blocks away." Caldwell steps closer, hand resting on his belt. His tone shifts from questioning to commanding in a flash. "Caldwell, doesn't look like you're from here. Got ID?" "Jamal, is that necessary?" You can see it in Jamal's eyes, the restraint, the calculation, because when you're black, every word can be used against you. Jamal knows better. He's trained for situations far worse, but knowing the law doesn't always protect you from those sworn to enforce it. Caldwell threatening, "If you don't show me ID right now, I can remove you from the property." "Jamal, I'm standing in a public parking lot, bought a bottle of water, and I live around the corner." A woman walks by, clutches her purse and looks away. A young man in a hoodie notices the growing tension, slows down, pulls out his phone. The pressure tightens like a vice. The air is thick. Caldwell narrows his eyes. "Caldwell, I'll ask one last time." Jamal slowly reaches into his jacket, cautious, deliberate. And that's when he reveals it, a federal badge, gold, cold, shining under the lot's flickering light. Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent Jamal King. The silence that follows is deafening. Caldwell freezes. His eyes lock on the badge like it's a mirror reflecting everything he wasn't prepared to see. Caldwell stammering, "W8, you're your FBI." Jamal measured. "Yes, and you just profiled a federal agent for being black in his own neighborhood." The onlookers grow bolder. Phones are out, recording, tweeting, live streaming. Caldwell backs up half a step, his confidence wilting in real time. "Caldwell, look, agent, I didn't know." "Jamal, you didn't care." He steps forward now, calm but assertive. Jamal continued, "This is what happens every day, to kids, to fathers, to veterans, to nurses, and this time, it happened to someone with a badge." Caldwell mumbles something unintelligible, gets into his cruiser and pulls away. No apology, no explanation. Just shame. By dawn, the video has 2.3 million views. FBI while black trends globally. Civil rights leaders speak out. The local department scrambles to issue a clarifying statement. But they weren't ready for what came next. The FBI's Internal Affairs Division flags the video and launches a full investigation, not just into the incident, but into Jamal himself. Because in a system that's never quite felt safe for black agents, visibility can be dangerous. Pause this video. Ask yourself, what if Jamal didn't have that badge? How many others never got a chance to explain? Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you believe these stories need to be heard. Because silence only helps the system repeat itself. Jamal sits at a desk, cold coffee, sleepless eyes, his inbox buzzes. Subject: request for urgent debrief from Internal Affairs, Bureau Oversight Division. His supervisor, Agent Thompson, knocks gently. THOMPSON, you okay? JAMAL, define okay. They exchange a look, the kind of look that says everything without a word. THOMPSON, they're worried this is going to make headlines. JAMAL, it already has. This moment is bigger than Jamal. It's bigger than Caldwell. It's about a system where even power can't always protect black men. We remember Henry Louis Gates Jr., arrested outside his own home. Philando Castile, shot in front of his girlfriend during a traffic stop. Elijah McClain, whose last words haunt a generation. Now Jamal's story joins that painful history. But he's still here, he's not staying silent. Jamal sits across from two internal investigators. Investigator 1, we're not here to assign blame, just to understand the chain of events. JAMAL, pointedly, chain of events, you mean the chain that started 400 years ago. They blink, one clears his throat. Investigator 2, did you feel in danger? JAMAL, I felt black. Silence. JAMAL continued, I was trained to disarm terrorists. I've de-escalated threats in 6 languages. And yet in that moment outside a grocery store, my greatest threat was another badge. Word spreads. Some agents support Jamal, quietly, carefully. Others avoid him. He becomes that guy. The one who went viral, the one who made it political, the one who embarrassed the Bureau. But Jamal knows this is what real change feels like. Isolation, friction, resistance. He begins documenting it all. Creating a log. Preparing a case of his own. Jamal walks toward his car. He senses someone watching. A man in plain clothes leans against a pillar. Man, low voice, you're making waves, King. JAMAL turning, who are you? The man tosses something. It lands at Jamal's feet. A thumb drive. Man, you'll want to see what's on that. Caldwell isn't who you think he is. Neither is your department. JAMAL, why tell me? The man steps into the shadows. Man, because you're not the only one who's been followed. The deeper Jamal looks, the more rot he finds. But the system is watching him now. What would you do when the organization you serve starts turning against you? Subscribe, share, comment below. And come back for part 2. FBI agent exposes a web of racism and becomes the target. Because the badge didn't protect him from being hunted. It just made him harder to catch. And just like that, it begins. Not a case. Not an investigation. But a hunt. For the truth. And for Jamal King's life. The thumb drive was encrypted, deep military-grade levels. But Jamal wasn't just a desk analyst. He had clearance 3 tiers above standard. He cracked it in 22 minutes. And what he found wasn't just incriminating. It was devastating. Screen recording, files appear one by one marked. Op Harvester, Shadow Protocol, Training Facility 113. JAMAL muttering, what the hell is this? Each file connected Caldwell. Not just as a beat cop, but as part of a covert domestic surveillance program, buried under years of bureaucracy and fake departmental names. A program run by people inside the Bureau. They were training officers to treat black communities like insurgent zones. Urban policing disguised as counterterrorism. And Jamal was listed under possible compromise agents. They had been watching him, not just since the viral video, but for years. THOMPSON on speaker. You need to come in, now. They're saying you're withholding Bureau property. JAMAL, am I being charged? THOMPSON, just get here. They pat him down. Twice. They've switched now. He's no longer one of them. He's a liability. Interrogation room, 3 AGNTS waiting. Agent LARSON, you've accessed encrypted files. Care to explain? JAMAL, you tell me. Why is there an active covert unit profiling black agents? Agent Wu, we don't know what you think you saw. JAMAL cutting in. Don't gaslight me. Facility 113, Operation Harvester, internal dossiers. Agent LARSON, stone-faced. Those programs were terminated in 2017. JAMAL, then why is Caldwell listed as active operator as of last month? They pause. Agent Wu, finally, you're in over your head. That's when Jamal realized. They weren't just denying it. They were trying to bury him. The anonymous man, the thumb drive, the surveillance. Something bigger was happening. So he started digging. Not just Caldwell, but others. Over 63 black agents had been flagged by this internal system over the past 10 years. Nearly all of them were either pushed out, transferred, or had misconduct attached to their files. Most left quietly. Some couldn't afford to speak. But one name kept coming up. Special Agent Dorian Shaw. Transferred. Disgraced. Disappeared. Montage. Jamal trying to find Dorian, calls unanswered, addresses outdated, former coworkers silent. Until he finds one shaky lead. A tech contractor who remembered Dorian before his exit. Contractor nervous. Yeah, he used to scream at his desk, said they were following him, said the bureau was dirty. JAMAL, do you know where he went? Contractor, only thing I remember, he kept mentioning a safe house near Lake Sinclair, off the grid. Jamal packs a go-bag, gun, laptop, external hard drive, leaves behind his bureau phone. He drives 5 hours. Rural Georgia, trees thick like secrets. He finds a cabin. Old, boarded, but there's smoke from the chimney. He knocks once. Then twice. Nothing. Then click. A shotgun cocks behind the door. Man gruff, if you're from the bureau, you best leave while you still got knees. JAMAL calm, my name is Jamal King, they're after me too. Door OPENS Dorian Shaw, older, beard, eyes bloodshot. Dorian, you're either brave or suicidal. Dorian wasn't crazy. He was right. He had the real data. The deep files. Operation Black Veil. A hidden bureau initiative created post 9/11, originally to flag foreign terrorist threats, but retooled to surveil high-risk urban zones based on socio-political instability. Translation. Black communities. Dorian. They don't want better policing. They want control, you understand. JAMAL. I do now. Dorian gravely. They killed 2 agents who got too close, made it look like car accidents. I went off the grid before they could get me too. He's not hiding anymore. He's going public. But that same night, the cabin is raided. They knew. They were listening. The bureau had flipped full predator mode. JAMAL whispering. We split up, meet at Route 88 checkpoint, 40 minutes. Dorian. Don't die, young blood. Jamal runs, the forest is endless. He hears a chopper overhead, then his phone vibrates, it's Thompson. Text message. They're framing you. A warrant's out. They say you stole bureau secrets and assaulted a federal agent. Next message. Run. From badge to fugitive in 48 hours. Because Jamal knew too much. His face. Plastered on TV. Framed. Packaged. Vilified. Just like so many before him. But this time, He had proof. It spreads like fire. Black Twitter, Reddit, TikTok. Even ex-agents come forward anonymously. A movement forms. Unseal the veil. But then another twist. A notification pings on Jamal's burner laptop. A whistleblower inside the bureau has contacted him. They say there's a mole. Someone close to Jamal who's feeding his location. The files may not be enough, because the Bureau just greenlit a Black Ops task force to bring him in. Alive if possible. He's compromised. Again. He has one last option. He drives to Washington, D.C. disguised, hood up, bus station, backpack tight. The goal: walk into the Department of Justice. On foot. No digital trail. And deliver the files in person to the Office of Inspector General. The only office that outranks the Bureau. But as he crosses the last intersection, brakes screech. Unmarked van, agents in black. Jamal runs. Heart pounding. Dodges down an alley. Climbs a fire escape. They follow. Shots fired. He ducks behind a vent. Pulls out his phone. Hits live. Jamal panting. They're here, they're trying to kill me. The Bureau's covering up illegal surveillance on Black Americans. This isn't a conspiracy. This is happening, right now. He shows his badge. Shows the files. Shows his face. The system wanted to erase him. But now, the whole world is watching. But then the worst sound. Gunshot. The screen shakes. Jamal drops the phone. Was it a warning shot? Or something worse? Stream ended. Jamal King has not been seen since August 5, 2025. His files triggered a federal review of domestic surveillance protocols. No arrests have been made. Facility 113 is still classified. Jamal via email. If you're reading this, they got me. But I didn't go down quiet. Tell them we were never the threat. We were the proof. And just like that, the hunted became legend. But somewhere out there, a thumb drive remains. And the system still hates being seen. To be continued. Black Veil. Justice for Jamal. Facility 113. Unseal the veil. Commentary. Fire, he told y'all this was bigger than one badge. Detective medium male. If they could erase him, imagine what they've done to people without a badge. Loudspeaker, we want answers. Full investigation now. Like, share, subscribe. Because the truth is being hunted. And silence is complicity.